gentlemen, your host of the Mirrorsphere. Welcome again. I know I just dropped a video. If you haven't seen it, it is about the Avengers and Square Enix losing millions over the Avengers. Please go watch that video. Anyways, today in the description I'll leave a link to Bleeding Cool. I believe it was Bleeding Cool's link. It's one of the links, either Bleeding Cool or yeah. Anyways, that may be wrong. You can correct me in the comments later. I'll make sure I'll put it in the comment. You know, the description will have the article. Pretty much, it's over. So-called Mandalorian fans are attacking Gina Carano again because they want her canceled, again fired for liking some tweets. You know, I think Mandalorian is a decent show. It's not like overly cool. I know I have a lot of people that I respect. Besides their politics, Angry Joe is one of the channels I respect, and I respect his reviews on games and such. I may not agree with him politically, and he is anti-Trump as they come, and I'm fine with that. You can hate Trump, you can like Trump, I don't give a shit. On this channel, I'm apolitical. I want to keep politics out of my channel as much as possible, but I don't want. But the problem is, it's in entertainment, it's in our gaming industry, it's constantly shoved down our throats. And identity politics is fucking garbage. As you know, because the reason I hate identity politics is because it puts people in boxes. It says a black man should only be Democrat, who should only believe a certain way. White man should be only a certain way. And if you don't agree with this, you're a Nazi, or a Yahtzee, I should say, because YouTube will hate me for that. But whatever, I don't care. I'm not monetized anyways, so... It's so dumb, and I don't believe in putting people in boxes. I believe everybody is an individual. I believe anybody has a right to believe whatever the hell they want to. And that else being said, thank you for all your Veteran Days. All my supporters out there are saying Happy Veterans Day to me, and all to my brothers and sisters out there, Happy Veterans Day to you. But what we're talking about is, as you don't know, Pascal Cartel, or whatever the fuck his name is, the guy who voices the Mando, because we know he's not in the actual suit. He's like 5 minutes in the suit, never takes his helmet off, so he's pretty much a voice actor at this point. They call him the lead actor, but he's really not. Come on, we all know that Baby Yoda is pretty much the lead actor in the show, because that's all that people care about. And the Mandalorian doesn't act like a fucking Mandalorian. He acts like a horrible babysitter. But, I think the best character in this show is Gina Carano. I think she fucking killed it last season. I can't wait to see what she does in this season, if they'll even put her in this season right now. I don't know. There's 8 episodes, 2 done, and both were crap. I don't agree with Andrew. He said he loved the second episode. Good on him. I'm glad he loved it. I hated it. I thought it was a waste of an episode. There's supposed to be 8 episodes, and they're filling it with filler crap. And I don't want filler in an 8-episode series at all. That being said, he came out and he said that all MAGA people are not Yahtzees, and he put a big tweet where the year that the Civil War ended, and the red flag and they lost, blah blah blah, and then he put in the Nazis when they lost, and then he put in MAGA, 2020 you lose, because we're all the same, because I guess they have the same color red, though in most countries red actually resembles the left. Just saying. So crap. He attacked fans. He went after Ryan Canal, and he went after a couple people in our community of retweeting it and showing his hypocrisy after he tried deleting it, because I'm sure Disney told him to delete it, because Disney can't afford to lose fans right now. They can't. They cannot. They're banking so much money on Mando being successful, because that's one of the peak things that's bringing people to Disney Plus, unfortunately. And unfortunately, it's not to the level we were hoping for. And all these people are like, "Oh, Disney can't do anything right," and they'd always complain. We expect excellence. I was told when I was in the military to always show my 100%, always. And if I failed, then people got disappointed in me, and they expect better. And I expect better out of entertainment, especially legendary entertainment like Star Wars. And yeah, the prequels weren't as great as the original trilogy. The original trilogy was fucking perfect. As perfect as you can get. The sequel, the original, and then the prequels, I liked the prequels. I thought it continued the story. It really brought everything together. And it didn't go off its hinges. Yeah, some of the CGI and some of the voice acting wasn't very good. But other than that, that's all I could complain about. The sequel trilogy was fucking trash. They took, I don't know what the fuck that was. And that's our main complaint. It's not the characters. We don't give us Daisy Ridley. I'm sure would make a great Gina. They went to Gina Solo. I think she would have been a great Gina. She could have been, but they didn't. They wrote a shitty ass character called Rey, and then they attacked everybody for not liking it. They called us every name in the book. And so The Mandalorian comes out. It's better than the sequel trilogy. Fucking far better. Doesn't have identity politics, and I will give it that. It does not have identity politics in it, and I'm glad for that. But I just wish it had that love that we have for Star Wars. And, you know, they came out with saying that, I guess George Lucas released some further stuff about his sequel trilogy, and it looked pretty cool. And I do wish they stuck with George Lucas's story, because it's his. Even if they bought it, it's still George Lucas's story. It's still his baby. It is what he created. He is the only one that a lot of us believe, especially in the fandom, that the main creator of a franchise has the right to decide where to go. Yeah, you can sell it off, but to completely destroy the characters that he created was a slap in the face and an actual betrayal to George Lucas. And they even admitted it. They can't, cover that up. Bob, whatever, Iger, whatever his name is, head of Disney, came out and said it in his little book that he knows that he made George Lucas feel betrayed. And he didn't want to make him that way, but he did. They fucked him over. And they know they did. And their product was an absolute trash fire because of it. And they had no plan. They didn't plan it out. They just threw something out there because they thought that people would just consume anything with the name Star Wars on it. The books were around far longer than these damn movies. They were fucking great. Yeah, there were some books that weren't as good. There are. The Thrawn trilogy was fucking great. You had all the Jedi, you had the new Jedi, you had the kids of the previous heroes that you could have put in the movies. You could have done so much with what George had already created. The Old Republic, you could have done so much. Now they're creating this new fucking whatever, New Republic books that no one gives a shit about. And they know nobody gives a shit about. And that's why it's taking so long to get them done. For a big company like that, take this long to get your first book out? Come on. Even my book will be out before then, and I'm just me. And my brother's helping me edit. No, see, no one cares. See, the problem was that Disney doesn't know what the hell they're doing when it comes to Star Wars. They bought it because they wanted a boy franchise within the realm of... Because Disney is known as a girl franchise. It has all these Disney princesses constantly. But it's never been really a boy-centric thing. So they want to bring in Star Wars to make it more male-friendly, to bring in that geek side. And then the feminists took over and turned it into fucking crap. And they could have done it good, but they didn't. And now they're attacking Gina Carano online for liking some shit. Gina Carano is probably... You'd think she would be like the number one kind of feminine idol. She's strong. She's independent. She could kick ass. And she looks believable. She doesn't look like what they're trying to do with female Thor in Marvel, which is Natalie Portman, who's tinier than fucking thing. She can barely lift a little plastic hammer. Gina Carano's a built lady. And she's still got that fucking gorgeous feminine charm about her. She's not overly feminine, but she's not overly butch. She's got that perfect balance between I'm a badass female, but I can still do it in a sexy ass dress, and she kicks ass, and we all love her. The fandom fucking fell for her. We loved her character in Mandalorian. She kicked ass, big ass blast. She was great. She knew what she was doing. Yeah, a lot of people had a problem with her punching the Mandalorian's freaking, armor and being like, come on. But that beside, she's probably one of the best characters they could have, put into this story. And she has most of the episodes that she was in were some of the best written. Yeah, that first one was kind of iffy, with the whole village thing. But she was still, she blew people away. And I'm excited to see her in the second season. I hope they do her right in the second season. I hope they don't just fuck her character over. But, Pascal coming out and attacking fans. That's how you lose fans. Now I'm dedicated to do the review. If I wasn't, I'd just stop supporting Disney Plus altogether right now and just say, fuck them, I'm done. And I don't care about the last 6 episodes. I think there's, 6 episodes left. And unfortunately, I want to finish this up. I want to finish my reviews every episode. Fuck him. He's barely in the thing. I think his stunt double does a better job than him anyways. Just keep the stunt double, get rid of his ass, because there's rumors that he walked out halfway through the season anyways, because he wanted his helmet off. They told him to go fuck off. And he said, fuck you, and laughed. Fine. Good. Just get rid of him. Don't worry about him. Just keep the helmet on. Make it somebody else. Because that's the whole point, is that you can do anything. But, yeah. I can't wait to see Gina in this next season. I hope they really do a good job with her character. Unfortunately, she is actually a pretty lovable person. If you ever seen her on Twitter, she doesn't attack people, ever. She's constantly trying to balance out. She's trying to push love. She's always trying to push unity. She's not trying to do political stuff. She's trying to stay apolitical but people just constantly hate her because she doesn't represent what they want. The far left wants people in boxes. They want women to be their little box. They expect them to be, what they want, not what they are. And they have to believe what they believe, or they're wrong and evil. And that's sick. This is why I don't like any far circle. I think the political spectrum is a giant circle. The further you go left, and the further you go right, you end up at the same place. I am down here in the middle. I believe big government's not good. I also believe certain laws need to be upheld. But I also believe in personal freedoms. Weed and stuff like that. If you want to smoke, it's fine. I don't think you should be able to drive after you smoke. Just like I believe I could drink but not drive, because I know what happens when that shit goes down. And I've fucking had friends who got drunk and tried to drive, and I knocked his ass out and tossed him in the back of his truck. It was pretty funny when I got to the base, because the base guard's like, what the fuck happened to him? I knocked his ass out. He was trying to drive drunk. So I knocked him out, threw him in the back. And they're like, oh, okay, go on. My God, I missed the days. But still, we could get along. Yes, there are a lot of politics going on right now. It's fucking going crazy. Trump not committing defeat. I do think that this voter stuff needs to go in front of a court and investigated. I believe there's a lot of dirty shit. Stuff stinks. Really stinks. And it needs to be investigated. What's wrong with that? If it comes out investigated, just like the Trump thing, everybody's like, oh, Trump-Russia thing, it should not be investigated. No, I thought it should be investigated by the proper people. And if it comes forward that he's innocent, then he's innocent. Same with these voter things. If it comes out that the votes were not corrupted, or I had this argument with my stepdaughter. She said, what if there's bad votes for Trump? I said, get rid of them. She looked at me like, why? Because if they're bad votes, they're illegal votes, they should not be counted because they're illegal. I believe in a fair thing. I've watched brothers on both sides of the political system die for the rights of the people to vote, die for the rights of freedom of speech, die for the rights of every right. And right now, big tech and a certain political party do not want your right to. I don't believe in hate speech. That shit's fucking stupid. There's no such thing as hate speech. There's speech. Just because you don't like what the person says doesn't make it hate. Yes, there are people out there preaching fucking sick shit, but freedom of speech, as long as they're not calling for violence on someone else, they have the right to speak their opinion, period. I don't care if they're like, I hate black people. Well, fine. If you hate black people, cool on you, weirdo. If you hate white people, then same on you. You're fucking weird. Just because you hate someone, because I don't expect a black person to be exactly like the next person next to him. I expect a white guy to be exactly like the white guy next to him. Everybody's individuals. This whole put them in a box, close the box, I had to stay in their corner bullshit needs to end. And if you don't agree with me, fine. I don't care. But the shit's fucking getting unrealistic. People are calling for her firing. They're attacking her. They're wishing her death. Blah, blah, blah. They're calling her horrible names. Like, and they told us. They said that the Fandom Menace bullied people off of Twitter. No, we didn't. There are a lot of characters. Yeah, we didn't like what's her name from The Last Jedi, but we never fucking attacked her for it. We just said we didn't like her character. I think she was a wonderful looking lady, especially in a dress, as she showed us later. And I'm like, why would they desexualize her, make her look like a fucking weird little chick in a big potato outfit? Why? Because they don't like sexy. They don't like anything that has to do with femininity. Real feminism is being a beautiful woman and still being strong. Look beautiful. Come out. Look like a fucking sexy, hard-kicking ass and be like, damn, that chick is hot, but I wouldn't want to fuck with her because she would kick my ass. That's the kind of girl I like. It's the kind of girl I'm married to. Even some days, we both want to strangle each other. She's still my wife. She is a great mother, nurse. She's becoming a full-blown nurse, which if you know anything about a nurse, they are fucking tough. All right, they had to deal with a lot of shit all day long, and she still gets out there, kicks ass, and helps me raise almost five kids. All right. There'll be those guys that come here. You're just a white incel who just wish he could get laid by Gina. I'm like, no, I don't want to get laid by Gina. I got a wife. She's hot, yeah, but I'm still married. And I love my wife, even though some days, I swear, there are days. Every married person knows. There are just days where you're just like, ugh. But that's what the roasts are for, you know. And my wife likes her dudes. You know, trust me, I've been to theaters where she's like, Johnny Depp's my guy, man. If he walked in right now, you're gone. I'm like, I wouldn't blame you. Or if, you know, what's his name, played Aquaman, shows up, you're gone. I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't even blame her. I'd be like, you know what? At least you're leaving me for that. So I'd be mad a little bit, but I'd be like pretty impressed also. And you know, I have my Hollywood sweethearts. Like everybody has that Hollywood. Hilary Duff. I don't know her real name, but right now, off the top of my head. But yeah, the girl who played Hilary Duff in all those Disney shows when I was growing up, man. Whew, God, what was her name from Boy Meets World? Freaking everybody loved her. Everybody loved her. Freaking, God. Names today are escaping me. But yeah, everybody knows what I'm talking about. The sweetheart of the Boy Meets World. Jesus Christ. She is hot. Right now, whew. But yeah, so it's crazy out there. But she's doing pretty good. She's not allowing them to get to her. I give her that. Gina Carano is a tough-ass woman who deserves my respect. And she's earned my respect. And respect is not just given. This whole bullshit where respect has to be given, you know, now. And if Ingrid Joe sees this video, hey, man, you know, I thank you for all your game reviews, man. You saved me money on countless times I've looked at some of your reviews and go, okay, yeah, you're right. And I think the guy's great. He's got a great channel. I don't agree with him politically, but that's fine. We can disagree politically. I don't care if he hates Trump. Maybe he hates Biden just as much. I don't know. I don't care. But I like his game reviews, and most of the time I agree with him, but sometimes I don't. And that's fine. And if you don't agree with me here, the Fandom Menace is a massive community of people who don't agree politically or all kinds of things. Like some of us don't believe the same religion, and we argue religion. We've argued politics. We've argued all kinds of stuff. We have LGBT people in here. We have trans people in here. We have... The only thing we all come together on respect for the franchise, respect for the fandom. Don't go out of your way to try to demonize half of your fucking fans. The fandom is what makes everything happen. And without the fans, you have no franchise. You have nothing. So, that being said, I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, be good to each other. Thank you all for coming. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. If you can like and share this out there, thank you all. But come on, guys. This shit is getting fucking crazy. See you later.